Hello, everyone, and you are welcome back to Helena's Corner. You're welcome back to my channel where we talk about safeguarding, parenting tips, child protection, and all of that. So, we're just going to get into it today. Today, we're going to be talking about what it's really like. So, what's it really like working in child protection from perspective of someone who does it every day? Yeah. I'm kind of like giving you guys an intro. So if you notice that my video and previous videos have always been around the work I do and the job I do, just so that when we go into some other topics, you will try and understand what I'm saying or where I am going, or from the perspective which I am delivering the information to you guys. Yeah. So let's start. What's it really like to work in child protection? Now, I just want to just have a reflection from the social worker's perspective, what it's like working in child protection. Now, there are some things I just want to say. It's not about taking kids. Child protection isn't just taking kids. Okay? So let's kill that biggest myth first. Let's just kill it first. It is not and never about just about taking kids. All right? Child protection isn't about removing children. Removing children is always the last resort. We do everything we can to ensure that we support the family, help the family, and we end up escalating where we see that enough support has been put in place, but the child is still suffering or likely to suffer from significant harm. As a social worker working in child protection, my job or my role is to keep families together. That's the goal. That's the primary job description, to keep families together safely. To keep families together safely. Yeah. It's about spotting risk early. It's about early intervention. It's about risk assessment and putting support around it. So we try to spot it, support the family, and do something to ensure that it doesn't escalate or the situation doesn't get worse than it is. Of course, as a child protection practitioner, we have to make some heartbreaking decisions. Yes, sometimes we have to make some decisions that are heartbreaking. However, the goal is to ensure that the child is safe. Yeah. It's always about safety, safety first, and not about punishment of any family or any parent whatsoever. And of course, removing children is the last resort. It is never the first option. It is not the second. It is the last resort. We do parenting work every day. Yes. In safeguarding, we work with parents. We help parents to parent their kids. We teach routines. We teach boundaries. We help with attachment, bonding, and we explain the why behind some certain things we advise parents to do. We explain the why and the impact it's going to have on their children. Yeah. So it's part of my job to help parents, a very, very huge part of my job to help parents, to work with parents to keep their children safe. In fact, when when I work with parents or when I work with families, the first thing I do is, what can I do? How can I help this parent keep his or her child safe? It's also part of my job, apart from helping and supporting parents, to teach parents about trauma, to understand stress and how it affects their children. We also talk about what they're going through, talk about their history and how their history and how they were parented can affect how they parent their children. So I support parents with understanding those challenges that they might have in actually keeping their children safe. Thirdly, we hear stories we can't unhear. Yes, it's very difficult. We hear stories we can't unhear. Sometimes we walk into homes, apart from with fear, that are full of fear. Sometimes we walk into homes that are full of chaos, that are full of homes that are full of silence in different ways. As child protection practitioners, also, we have emotions. We cry, we rage sometimes, and sometimes we ask ourselves, why am I even helping? Why am I doing this job? But then a child smiles at you, a child thanks you, a parent thanks you for not giving up, and that's what continues to put you forward. That's what is like an inspiration for me, because sometimes it's difficult because I have emotions as well. Sometimes we hear things that are awful that people or parents are going through or children are going through. Yeah. But then again, when at the end of the day, the child smiles at you for doing what you can to keep her or him safe, a parent thanks you for supporting, for not giving up on them, it inspires me to continue the job and continue moving forward. Now, as a child practitioner, obviously you need boundaries. So there's something we call professional boundaries. You need professional boundaries and you also need backup. We cannot do the work alone. We need help as well. We also need support, either from our colleagues or from management or from our manager, depending on who is in that position to help you, who is in that position to support you. Supervision isn't optional. It's very life-saving. We have supervisions. We speak to our managers where we pour out our hearts, where we talk about what we're going through, either emotionally, personally, and on the job as well. So that's why as a social worker, it's always good for you to have a manager that you work very, very well with and very closely with. A social worker, it will be very difficult for a social worker to be successful in their job if they're not on a good relationship with the managers, because you need that supervision. And of course, when you have supervision with your manager, is a space, a safe space for you as a social worker, where you talk about what's going on, with your cases, even your personal life as well, sometimes your emotions, you know. So supervision is very, very important. It's not optional. It's life-saving. Trust me when I say it is life-saving. Always talk to your manager, debrief with colleagues, trusted colleagues, those that you know that can help or support you on the job, because your emotional health also matters. Very, very, very important. Now, something else I wanted to say, this job as a social worker will change you. It will definitely change you. It will change the way you think. It will change the way you act. It will change you in general. You will become more patient. Like, your patience level will be, oh my God, seriously. Sometimes when I'm doing this job and I look at some things and I'm like, Helen, like, I never realized you are this patient. Yes. And it's going to roll into your personal life as well. It's going to make you more patient, even to your family members, to friends. But apart from being patient, it's going to make you grounded. You become more grounded, you become more knowledgeable in different things, because social work is about the work you do with family. It's also about so many things. Like, I've learned so many things that I never knew existed on this job as a social worker. Yes, so many things. Yeah, you stop judging people. You will stop judging people. You will stop you stop judging people as they present or by what they present, and you start asking what happened to you. Yeah, you will see injustice up close. As a social worker, you will see injustice up close. You will also see resilience and love in the hardest places and forms. You will see love in the hardest forms. Seriously, you will see love in the hardest places. You will see resilience. You will see people that are strong. You will see people that are working to change their lives. Like, you will learn on the job, what it is to be human, apart from what you're surrounded by. You would learn about a lot of things when it comes to this job, when it comes to being a child protection practitioner. You're going to learn a lot about life. How will I put it? Different people's perspectives, people's history. You would learn a lot. And that's one of the things I love about this job, because I've learned so much. And trust me, as a social worker, by the time you start working with people and other families, you will be grateful to God for what you have. No matter how little you have, you will be very, very grateful to God. When you work as a social worker, you will be grateful. Obviously, on the job, there are so many things that go on. There are so many things that we see every day that affect our emotions, affect our personal lives, affect our relationships, with people. But you should learn to have that boundary, even though the job, yes, sometimes it's easier said than done when they say separate the job from your personal life. But as a social worker, sometimes it's hard to separate the job from your personal life, because especially when you're working with vulnerable people and you're passionate about your job, so you would you'll be passionate about the people you're working with. You'll be passionate about the children. Like, even on a weekend, sometimes I ask myself, oh, is this child okay? I hope this child is okay. I hope this child, and you find yourself, first thing when you get to the office, calling up or visiting or whatever as the case may be, to find out if this child or family or parent is actually okay. So, yes, it's good to separate the job from your personal life, but trust me, as a social worker, it's hard. It's difficult for me. I don't know of other social workers and what they do and how they're able to separate, but for me, it's not easy to separate. I try to, but like I said, even if you're not working, like, on your computer, writing reports or assessment or doing one thing or the other, even if you're in bed sleeping, sometimes I say my prayers and I pray for the families I work with, because there's just no way you will not think about them, really. So that's it from me for today. I've just brought you guys or showed you guys a little about what I go through in my everyday um, professional life, and what child protection is about, and being a child protection social worker. And like I said initially in the beginning of my video, child protection is not just about taking kids. All right, that is the last resort. I need to clear this. It's not just about taking kids, it's the last resort. Keeping families together is our number one priority. All right. And of course, we do parenting work every day. Yeah. We also work with parents. There are a lot of misconceptions about, child protection practitioners and what we do and how we support families. We work with parents. I literally teach parents sometimes how to do the laundry, how to have a routine for their child, So it's not just about taking kids. No, that is always the last resort. The last. It's not the first option, not the second, not the third. It's the last resort. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching my video. I hope my video was able to inform you and educate you on what child protection or working in child protection looks like. And of course, if you want to join the profession, you are more than welcome. Like I've said in my previous videos, it's a very, very rewarding profession. Very rewarding profession. And I bet you want to be part of that profession that, changes the lives of people. It's very rewarding. So if you want to become a social worker, why not? Join us, And if you're thinking about it, yeah, think about it. Like I said, it's a very rewarding profession. Thank you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share to anyone you feel would need this information. And also, like I've said in my previous videos, if you have any questions, you can pop it into the comment section. If there's any topic you want me to talk about, pop it into the comment section and we'll talk about it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.